Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast here by your meteorologist, Age Weather Forecast. And this will be another forecast here as we continue to go through winter here. And we're looking at a potential major and very widespread groundhog winter storm. This could be very well be our largest snowstorm of this winter as of now, even more significant than Windstorm Gale. So definitely something to keep in mind here. But I do apologize if you guys were waiting for like a green screen. I'm just really having a few issues with that right now, so I will hopefully have the green screen by tomorrow, if not Sunday, back in the videos here, hopefully. But again, we're going to be talking about a potential major windstorm that can develop as early as late this weekend here, all the way up to much of next week here, posing a big threat across areas like the Midwest, all the way down to the South Central, and as well up across the Eastern Corridor. So we're talking New York City, Chicago again, a potential major windstorm for DC, Boston, as well, even Columbus as well. So definitely a ton to talk about throughout this video. The timing, location, accumulation, all that will be all the way throughout this video. But without further ado, let's get in the forecast. Alright, so here's a latest look at the National Weather Service, and we already actually have a few alerts already. So this is how likely this is to actually occur. So we got a few winter weather alerts across the Midwest, and then as well a few winter weather alerts again for the Mid-Atlantic. This is the second time that I believe the Richmond area is under something. Can we make sure? I think Richmond's just outside. Yeah, Richmond's right in the Windstorm Watch, so you don't usually see Richmond being in back-to-back storms in less than a week. But of course, we're seeing a weird winter this year, but Windstorm Watches with the eastern United States, and as well a few Windstorm Watches across portions of the Indiana region and Ohio and the southern Midwest there, just outside the Great Lakes. As well, we got a few Windstorm Watches as well up the Eastern Corridor, all the way up to New York City. So this is going to be a big event. You can kind of see this is actually, these are not different snowstorms, these for these alerts. These are actually the same snowstorm. So it's going to kind of develop a low pressure right here across the Missouri region. And as that cold air comes from Canada there from a high pressure, it's going to bring some cold air across this whole region. And it's going to bring a lot for some large snow in all these regions there up the eastern coast there from North Carolina, Georgia, up to Maine, and snow all the way from the Dakotas down, of course, to Georgia, all the way up the East Coast. This will be a very large snowstorm here. Will impact a ton of areas, so definitely something to keep in mind. But warnings are already in effect now for Milwaukee, Chicago, Gary, Indiana, up into north central Illinois, as well as much of eastern Iowa there in Cedar Rapids. In Davenport. So this is basically a very similar pattern, at least for the Midwest there, except a little bit obviously more to the north compared to that last storm there that brought some, that Nathaniel, of course, that brought some really heavy snow across areas like Chicago and all of that. And of course, we have a few winter weather advisories as well up into areas like Minneapolis, upper Wisconsin, much of Iowa, all the way up to the eastern Dakotas there. But that's what we have so far right now. I do expect some alerts to be issued across areas like Columbus, Cincinnati, as well. Cleveland as well. I do expect some winter weather advisories / watches to be extended all the way up to tomorrow morning in areas like the New England region. So we're talking very widespread. Boston, State College, all the way to areas like Asheville, North Carolina. So definitely millions, over potentially 60 or 80 million people will be impacted with these very large cities that are in play for being hit quite hard. So here's like now the next few hours in the NAM 3 kilometer. This is looking at the next 25 hours here. So this is going to start as early as tomorrow evening here. So we're going to start seeing as that cold air comes in. It's going to start off as a main rain system here with that low pressure up in the back side of this system. So you're going to see a lot of precipitation. It's going to be mainly rain across areas like the Mississippi River Basin and as well a portion of the Ohio Valley and even the Appalachians. But as well as we slowly get down to tomorrow evening, as temperatures drop, we will start to see a dangerous ice threat here across areas like north central Illinois, portions of eastern Iowa there, and then the snow line just absolutely it just becomes a massive snow line all the way from Wisconsin there to areas like North Carolina. We're talking very heavy snow in these areas that can get below freezing temperatures. Some lighter snow across areas like Minneapolis and the Twin Cities there, but heaviest snow really as early as tomorrow night near midnight for Chicago, Milwaukee. There is in Indianapolis could be quite a significant storm for you guys. Cincinnati, a potential big storm there. Areas as well near the Roanoke region can get some snow. But look how massive this storm gets here. It's absolutely a massive system here. This could be very well our largest snowstorm so far this year there. All the way from Roanoke there, all the way to the Twin Cities there, all the way to the areas like the upper Great Lakes. We're talking snow for almost the whole state of Wisconsin, for almost the whole state of Indiana. I mean, look at that. Almost, I think 99% of Wisconsin is getting that snow there. Milwaukee, Madison, almost as well the whole state of Iowa. We're talking an absolute massive snowstorm here. This could very well be way larger than Gale, of course. And that's going to get some snow all the way out from D.C., all the way from Delaware and as well as Salisbury, all the way to Minneapolis. I mean, that is around 1,000 miles or more there. Heavy snow potentially for Columbus. This could be your storm again. Even some more snow for Detroit. Even some more snow for Fort Wayne. Some more snow there for Dover. This could be actually quite a significant storm for D.C. I know you guys have kind of been a bust a lot throughout this year, but this could be a very significant one there as this storm will be quite long lasting, and it starts as a big Midwestern storm, then it kind of dies out a little bit, and then as it get now into Monday, now that cold that continues to go closer to the East Coast here, and it can bring some more snow now for New York City, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and continues to move up the Northeast here. So that's kind of what we have so far for the NAM 3 kilometer. A look at the general European here. Of course, there's that low pressure. You can see anything near that low pressure is going to most likely be above freezing there, but more to the east is where that cold air is going to come in as a factor there. That's going to be the potential below freezing temperatures. Very heavy snow, of course, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Chicago there, upper Illinois is kind of seeing where we're heaviest snow there, as well. Portion of Minneapolis is now by Sunday morning here, now getting into around Sunday evening-ish. Of course, the next 48 hours, this snow continues to become a massive threat here, all the way from Minneapolis there, all the way as far as we can see there to the east. They're extremely heavy snow for Columbus, Cleveland, Detroit. Indianapolis will start getting rain after this, but as well, you got Fort Wayne, Chicago, Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, of course. Obviously, we got the Twin Cities, Davenport, Des Moines. We got some massive cities in a play for this major system here. So definitely something to keep in mind. Let me actually go back and kind of see how these big cities will start to get that really heavy snow. Continue down to Monday, Chicago, Milwaukee, Davenport, kind of leave Detroit. It's still Columbus, still in Cleveland here, and it's still going to be in Columbus there, all the way by Monday. So we're talking potential massive storm there for much of central Ohio there. Let me actually go ahead and move my screen there. This is a look at snowfall totals here for, I believe this is the NAM 3 kilometer here. So we got heavy snow. So again, the NAM 3 kilometer only goes 60 hours out. So this is actually not the actual whole storm for the Northeast. Obviously, they won't completely miss out. This is just how far it can go right now. But in the next 60 hours out, the whole snowfall forecast for Chicago, another massive snowstorm, up to 9 to maybe even a foot of snow. Milwaukee may get over a foot of snow there. Madison, Wisconsin may get around 5 to 9 inches of snowfall. Eastern Iowa might get 5 to 8 inches of snowfall. The Twin Cities, a few inches there. Even some snow can go to the far southeast, and even after 60 hours out, it can get to Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, up to near a foot there for Columbus there, up to maybe a trace to even 3 inches across areas like the Cincinnati region. May get maybe around 3 to 5 inches there for Indianapolis. Will be most likely your biggest storm so far this year. But again, DC, in the beginning of the storm, you guys already go over 3 to 5 inches of snow, as well up to 3+ inches there, of course, for areas like Salisbury, far into the coast there. Atlantic City as well may get over an inch of snow all the way to the far coast here. So we're talking far coastal areas. We'll get some snow there. Richmond may get an additional 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. So we're seeing a lot of coastal storms here so far in the Mid-Atlantic. Here we just obviously saw that last storm this morning here, and now another storm coming in early next week. So here's like now the European. They're showing a lot of a larger storm here. Looks accumulating snow basically as far as the Dakotas to the Maine. We're talking almost coast to coast here. Obviously, it's not really technically close, but it's literally half the country journey basically Up to anywhere from like 9 inches there from Iowa, and you will see just a line of over 9 inches crossing the country here. So like it's not going to be one area sees 10 inches and then it weakens gradually. It's going to be a whole line there. The low pressure track going to go like this. You'll be seeing the heaviest snow right to the north here, but getting up to maybe 8 to maybe even 12 inches of snow for New York City. And this actually may be a bigger storm for actually coastal areas here, which we don't see too often here. So this may be more of a coastal snowstorm. So if you're in Long Island, you guys actually may get more snow than Albany, New York, which does not happen too much. Areas near Atlantic City, you guys may get a once in a lifetime snowstorm up to 15 inches of snowfall in the actual coast, up to 10 inches there for Chicago, up to near a foot there for north central Illinois, may get 4 to 6 inches there for Indianapolis, up to near a foot of course for Columbus there. A few inches there, up to 4 for areas like Cincinnati. A few inches for areas like Kentucky there. All the way, of course, where we have those watches in the Appalachians there. Up to around 5 to maybe 6 inches for Richmond. Maybe a trace or so for areas like Raleigh, but near Greensboro, we may get 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Charleston, around 2 to 3 inches there. Areas like Welch, around 6 inches. Areas like Roanoke may get actually 10 inches there. According to the European, DC may get around 5 to 7 inches there. Baltimore, over half foot there. Same thing with Indianapolis. It continues to increase there, of course, right near New York City, over 12 inches there. Areas like the coastal area, actually New Jersey, make it over 15 inches there. As well, Hartford over half foot there, up to near Pittsfield, maybe get over half foot there. And let's just look now very detailed in snowfall totals there. Look, up to 20 inches there, just into the coastal areas of northern New Jersey there. Look at near Atlantic City, around 13 plus inches of snowfall, but likely actually 10 plus inches there. So this is actually maybe way more significant than Windstorm Gale, though. I know Gale brought 40 inches, but it's for an area that's really mountainous here. But we're talking maybe once in a lifetime totals there for areas in the coast as well, getting over 17 plus inches for Upper Rhode Island. To the whole state of Connecticut may get over 6 inches of snowfall. The whole state of Massachusetts may get over a half foot as well. I mean, we're talking as well extreme totals there for Portland there on the coast. I mean, look, we're actually seeing snow way off the coast here. So this will be an absolute massive coastal event for Boston, over maybe just under 2 feet of snowfall. Bangor up to 10 inches there. The whole state of Maine may actually get over 10 inches of snow there. But look, coastal areas are going to be seeing the heavier snow, which we don't see too often. We thought Gale was like that, but obviously Gale is more of a like a more inland threat, even though it brought 10 inches there for areas like New York City and Boston. However, this will be 10 times, or not 10 times, maybe 2 times larger than that. Actually, maybe even 2 times more accumulating snow than that as well for some of these areas here. So definitely something to keep in mind. It's very, obviously, a potential biggest storm so far this year. Of course, GFS not showing much. I mean, of course, that's what they do. They always seem to under predict there. Only 2 to 3 inches there for Columbus. I see way more than that. Up to maybe 3 to 4 inches, 2 to 4 inches there for Detroit. It's pretty reasonable. Up to around 3 to 5 inches for Indianapolis. Of course, near 10 inches there in Toledo as well. Up to near half foot across north central Illinois, and as well off the Great Lakes there in Wisconsin near Milwaukee. Of course, another look here, the GFS, they should actually become a massive storm there for the eastern coast here. So up to a foot near Roanoke there, up to near 2 to 5 inches for across areas like Richmond, up to near half a foot or more across DC. 15 plus inches there for Philadelphia, up to a foot there near New York City. So we're looking at a massive snowstorm here. However, model's still a little bit inconsistent, but we're talking, I mean, absolute, not historic, but this could be an absolute massive snowstorm from the Dakotas down to Georgia, all the way up to Maine and far into Canada. So we're talking as well, not only that, but we're going to be seeing actually the most snow potentially on the coast here, including Atlantic City, Long Island. We're talking as well Richmond again. We're talking Annapolis. We're talking as well Providence. Obviously, that's not too rare, but like Cape Hatteras, maybe you see a trace or so from this. So definitely something to keep in mind here. A potential massive storm here. Absolute crazy what we're going to potentially see. And I'll have more updates like this tomorrow. And I may stream on this throughout the weekend here. So if you guys want to see a stream, then let me know and I should stream here. But hope you guys enjoy the video, and bye guys.